What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. Today we are taking a look at another first for the channel. This is a knife from AZUSA Blade Works. This is the Blitzkrieg. I don't think it shows anything on there. Just standard, traditional, just easy, inexpensive boxing here. Nothing crazy, but the knife itself is absolutely phenomenal. We're taking a look at a 3.41 inch. Or excuse me, I'm so sorry, I'm looking at the wrong notes. Looking at a 3 1/4 inch overall blade, just under a 3-inch cutting edge, because you do have a very nice finger choil there. Just over 7 1/4 overall. I did not get the weight on this thing, so let me do that real quick. Got to move some stuff out of the way to get to my scale. Looking at 4.7 ounces on this knife, so not an extremely heavy knife. $195. So very surprising on the price tag there. Really was not expecting that. M390 blade steel. This is a Miguron OEM'd blade. And you know, you guys know Miguron, they have some absolutely phenomenal budget blades. They have some phenomenal premium knives, and this one is no exception. They did a fantastic job on this knife, and you know, the design itself I am quite impressed with. A few changes I would make, as always with most knives. There's always, or not always, but there's usually some little things that I would change. In this case, I would prefer it without the flipper, but that's just me. Outside of that, let's go ahead and jump into the close-ups on this thing and get this thing going here. So there you have the AZUSA Blade Works logo there on the pivot. Really nice job there. We've got some inlay carbon fiber here, and then some micro mill titanium, chamfered and contoured. Really nicely done. A half-length backspacer with a little bit of jimping. No lanyard love, no lefty love. Flipper with some, I don't know, I'm going to call it non-functional jimping because you can't really feel it, but if you get in there into the jimping, you can feel that jimping itself, but they should have that rounded around and potentially to the back of the flipper there, but at least one more jimp there at least. Really nice, very tight titanium pocket clip. This one, it does go in and out of the pocket pretty good, but it is a little on the tight side. So if you have some thicker pant material, something like that, it may have an issue. The basketball shorts I wear, it wasn't really much of a problem. Again, the really nice inlay here on the backside, done really well. Looks like we have T8 hardware all the way around. You do have the little cutouts there for your lock bar relief. Well chamfered, doesn't seem like they're going to snag on anything. Didn't have any problems with that. Really nice satin blade. So you have a machine satin on the grinds and then a belt satin on the flats. I would like to see a belt satin everywhere on this knife. I think that would make this knife look way nicer. But you know, I'm not going to be too mad at it for having the machine satin. Now that is a flat grind. If my eyes are not deceiving me, I don't see any refracting on that, and it does not feel. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a hollow grind. So I believe that is a flat grind, half length, half height flat grind. Really nice blade hole there. A little drop clip. I don't know. I'm gonna call that a drop point because I don't see any clipping on it. I think that is a drop point. Really nice thumb ramp there with some very functional jimping on that as well. Really nice job here. Very, very late plunger grind. Stops about right there, but you do have room for sharpening. The sharpening itself looks to be good. Check that tip. Yeah, tip is off to the clip side, and you can see that there. Again, not the end of the world. We've seen that on much higher end knives, but it is something to notice. So you can see that kind of that off grind there. All right, let's go ahead and zoom back out. Let's talk about the knife in general. So in general, I absolutely love this knife. I kind of knew I would. This is one that I thought would be, you know, a great addition to the collection. So it's one that I will hopefully be picking up soon. This is from the pass around. So again, a huge shout out to Lefty. But yeah, I also like the other knife that they have available there. They're designed the Kochis, or Kochis. I don't freaking know. I'm thinking I'm saying that right, but that one looks very interesting too, and it's super cheap, so I'm probably gonna pick one of those up as well. Fantastic knife in hand. Feels great. Don't feel any hot spots. I love a blade that's got a little bit of angle to it. Gives you some nice feel in the hand. Choke up spot is nice. It's large enough to where I can get my big old sausages in there and not have any problems. Really no issues. I do wish it didn't have a flipper on it, but again, that is personal preference. For me, I do have to come down a little bit in the cutout here for the lock bar, just to where I can clear the detent. And without that flipper, it wouldn't be a problem. I could hit that lock bar where I want to, and it would be able to disengage the knife every single time. Where, you know, I mean, if I had the knife in my collection and carried it a lot, I would be able to get used to it. But as it sits, you know, it's definitely something where I would probably put this one on the snipping list. But yeah, fantastic knife overall. M390 is a great steel. Everybody's using it right now, it seems like. But yeah, I have no issues with it. Well done, M390 is fine. Yeah, that's kind of it. The detent on this particular one is a little light for the flipper. You can see that there, it was fairly easy to fail. But if you just, you know, if you flick the bean hard enough, it'll come out. But reverse flicks very nicely, especially if you get right up here towards the top of the blade, closer to the pivot. It does rock it out pretty nicely. Get in the middle of the blade there, you can still do pretty good. It gets a little light for the edge for the bottom of the hole, but again, it gives you options for kind of self-tuning the detent, if you will. Thumb flicks, well, just fine. I think you can even slow roll this thing pretty good. Yeah, it slow rolls pretty easily. So yeah, all around a pretty daggum nice knife. Let's go ahead and check our hardware. Dang, I keep grabbing the wrong stinking screwdriver. So I do believe we are looking at T8s everywhere except for that lock bar screw. And everything is really good, which, I mean, I wouldn't really expect much less from Miguron. Let's go ahead and check that insert screw as well. So the insert screw has a bit of wobble in it, but it's definitely within acceptable tolerances for me anyway. So, all right, guys. Well, that is it. I believe I am the last person in the pass round for this thing, so I know there's no way in hell there's still an edge on this knife. So I'm not even going to try it. It feels like it would pass for daily chores, but for paper slicing, it's not going to do a very good job. So that's the last I've got of this one. With that, I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, please remember to be kind, be humble, be EDC. We'll see you next time.